Welcome to the North Texas Community Co-Op, powered by the Difference Media LLC, and hosted by Clarence Jorif with the Compound Nevada, Kim Johnson with the Kim Johnson Group, Kirk Hodgson with Assured Partners, Cindy Durance with Right at Home, In-Home Care and Assistance, Suzanna Austin with K9 Resorts, and Meena Singh with College Prep Coach. The North Texas Community Co-Op was created to serve as a platform for local leaders and business professionals to showcase their expertise, values, and commitment to their community. Overall, the podcast aims to create a stronger sense of community in North Texas by highlighting the often overlooked or unnoticed good work being done by local leaders, businesses, and professionals. So sit back and relax as our hosts, co-hosts, and their guests share inspirational stories, experiences, thoughts, and insights about being professional, along with the opportunity for our businesses to serve our communities in very special ways. Because the North Texas Community Co-Op starts now.
Welcome everybody to the North Texas Community Co-op. We just lost our host Clarence, haven't got him back yet, so I was going to step in real quick and introduce our co-hosts today. First, where I'm going to go ahead and bring in Kim Johnson and Suzanna Austin. This is what happens when you run live shows, right? Sometimes it works well, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know what happened to our good friend Clarence, but until he gets back, I'm going to let each one of you introduce yourself. So Kim, if you want to go first, please do.
Oh, I love this. Thank you. So I just want to introduce myself. My name is Johnson. I'm the owner of the Johnson Group of Medical Corners in Mark. And I'm here for all of your real estate needs.
All right. Well, short and sweet. Nothing wrong with that. Susanna, what about you? Who are you? Let everybody know.
I am Suzanna Austin. I own K9 Resorts in Plano, where we offer dog daycare, boarding, and award-winning daycare.
All right. Well, we just got Clarence back, so now that y'all have introduced yourself, I'm going to let Clarence come in and introduce himself, and I'm going to step backstage where I do all of my best work.
All righty then. Talk about trial in the fire. No worries. Good morning. Welcome to the North Texas Community Co-op, a podcast firmly rooted at the intersection of business development and community involvement. Welcome, everyone. I'm your host, Clarence Jorif. I'm the president and CEO of the Compound Nevada. We're all about combining safety with thrills at our top-tier shooting range. At this time, I'd like to welcome my dynamic co-hosts and intriguing guests. Our first co-host is Kim Johnson, owner of the Kim Johnson Group at RE/MAX Four Corners. Kim is a powerhouse in both real estate and community leadership. As the owner of the Kim Johnson Group at RE/MAX Four Corners, she's not just closing deals, she's building relationships, making moves, and making a lasting impact. With a passion for helping others and a track record of success, Kim is the kind of leader who knows how to turn dreams into reality, one home at a time. Kim, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Glad to see you, Clarence.
Good to see you too. One quick question for you. You're always on the go. What does quiet time mean to you in 6 words or less?
Focus on ideas, innovate, and recharge, and look forward.
Nice. That's nice and tight. Appreciate that. Our second co-host is Suzanna Austin, owner of K9 Resorts. Suzanna turns dog care into a 5-star experience at K9 Resorts in Plano. With a heart for advocacy and a knack for trust building, she's created a haven where pups get VIP treatment and pet parents can get a peace of mind. Celebrating 1 year last May, Suzanna keeps tails wagging while supporting local businesses and community connections because happy dogs make happy families. Suzanna, how are you there? That big old smile. That's awesome.
Doing great. How are you?
So, quick question for you. You're our real-life puppy whisperer. What's your favorite breed of dog?
Mixed. My favorite breed is 100% dog. That's what.
100% dog. Doesn't matter.
100% dog.
Nice. Nice.
They all have their special ways.
Awesome. Well, I don't see her, but our guest is Kaylin Webb. At just 21, Kaylin is making waves in Rockwall as an ambassador for the Rockwall Chamber of Commerce and as an entrepreneur with Doc's Roofing. Doc's Roofing is the premier military-owned roofing company headquartered in Rockwall that services the Dallas Metroplex. Whether she's uplifting local businesses or ensuring quality roofs, Kaylin blends integrity, ambition, and community spirit. She's proof that success knows no age, and with her drive, Rockwall's business scene is in good hands. If you're looking for leadership, determination, and a touch of Texas grit, Kaylin Webb is the name to know. Kaylin.
Hello.
Good to see you again.
Right? I'm very excited to be here.
Awesome. Now, after a career in law enforcement, I got a bone to pick with you. You supposedly have a special skill.
I
What's
do.
this about being able to get out of locked handcuffs?
Yeah. So both of my thumbs are double jointed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried it out one time with the security officer. He wanted to know. I told him I could, and he wanted to know, so I showed him.
All right. So we have to put them down on you extra tight then to make sure you don't get out
yeah.
of there. Okay. Cool. So now that we got the introductions out of the way, coming up next, we're going to address what's happening in our North Texas communities. We're going to talk about big updates, important events, and insider information that you'll want to know about. So stick around. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
The North Texas Community Co-Op is made possible by Clarence Jorif with the Compound Nevada, Kim Johnson with the Kim Johnson Group, Kirk Hodgson with Assured Partners, Suzanna Austin with K9 Resorts, Cindy Durance with Right at Home, in-home care and assistance, and by Meena Singh, college prep coach. The North Texas Community Co-Op. Local voices, real issues, conversations that matter. And now, back to the show.
Are you ready?
Because it's time for
What's up, North Texas?
All righty then. Let's go ahead and get into this. First and foremost, I'm going to kick this off. The Professional Women's Alliance of Rockwall are having a morning mingle, coffee and connections. It's being held tomorrow, Friday, June 13th from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. It's being hosted by K.E. Andrews, and the address is 2424 Ridge Road, Rockwall. I hear that's a pretty rowdy group. No, I'm just kidding. But it's professional women getting together and talking about what they do best, amongst other things, business. So that's something that you can look forward to. My last item that's near and dear to my heart, this always makes me smile, is the City of Rockwall is presenting the annual 4th of July Independence celebration. Obviously, it's going to be on Friday, July 4th. It's going to start off at the Wilkinson Stadium, where all the vehicles and floats and parade walkers will get together. And then they'll proceed through downtown Rockwall. That's going to run from 11 to 12 p.m. But then, wait for it, fireworks. From 5 to 9 p.m., there'll be numerous celebrations at Harry Myers Park. There's going to be food trucks, live music, culminated by the fireworks show. So if you want to take part in that, go to www.rockwall.com/event_July4th.asp. There'll be a sign up, I believe, to be able to go ahead and sign up and get your float in. I don't think it's too late because we're still like 3 weeks out. So come on out and have a good time. So with that, I'm going to hand off to Miss Kim.
Hey everyone. So this weekend, we know we have Father's Day coming up, and I saw something that looked kind of cool, maybe something different for dad or that special man in your life. And Incognito Winery is going to do a 2-day from 5 to 8 p.m. They're going to do a special thing for Father's Day. They're going to have live music, barbecue, yard games, some things that maybe dad would be interested in. And the family wouldn't think it was so boring. So out with that necktie and in with maybe some good times with dad. And I also wanted to add everybody loves Shrek. And the Rockwell Summer Musicals is putting on a performance, Shrek the Musical. And tickets are on sale now, and you can just go to rockwellsummermusicals.org. It's going to be from June 20th to 29th, and it's also produced by the producers of the Broadway DreamWorks Theatrical and Neil Street Productions. Want to make sure I got that right. So thank you for letting me look down. And it's based on the music and book and lyrics by David Lindsay Adair, and the music, I'm sorry, is by Janine Tesori. So hopefully you guys can enjoy that. Now, if I could pop in one more little thing, everybody is raving about Mel Robbins and her book, Let Them Theory. And over in Forney, Texas, at the Forney Chamber at the OC, they are going to be doing on Friday, June the 13th, from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. at White Rhino Coffee at the OC. That's at 680 Innovation Boulevard in Forney. And they're going to basically be talking about and digging in to that book called Let Them. And if you haven't had a chance to read it, it's a great read. So pick it up. So maybe that'll give you 3 different things to prepare for this weekend.
Sounds like a great weekend.
Great week,
Suzanna,
too.
what do you have?
Yes, sir. Mark your calendars. The Twin Creeks Independence Day celebration is on Saturday, June 29th. From 5 to 8 p.m. right in the heart of Allen, Texas. It's just right up McDermott Road, right up the road from K9 Resorts, by the way. But there's a community sponsorship opportunity that goes with this. It's your chance to shine in front of a crowd of 1,500 to 2,000 community members. With live shout outs from the event DJ, and it's just great local exposure for your business. The sponsor fee is, to me, very reasonable because we've done quite a few events just like this, is $150. But that $150 not only helps support the event, but it also helps support the Vaughn PTA and the prestigious Gate Academy. We joined their Halloween event last year, and it was awesome for visibility, but even better just to be part of a positive, connected community for the afternoon, just for the afternoon. It's a lot of fun. If anybody's interested in that, you can contact Stephanie D'Souza. Her phone number is 940-595-2632. And if you're not a business owner and don't have a reason to come out and sponsor, you should just come out and celebrate with us. Like I said, we did the Halloween event last year, and it was just a ton of activities for the kids. Everybody looked like they were having a great time.
Cool. Kaylin, you're up.
Well, hi there. I have an event from the Greater Rockwall Youth Symphony Group. They are doing the Aloha Luau this year. It's going to be in Rockwall at 108 East Washington Street. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be games. There's going to be food. It's really good for all ages. This is a nonprofit group, and all these kids are sponsored. So this is going to be a really good way to get out there and bringing your tropical attire. It's like you're going to Hawaii for a day. But it'll be so fun.
Does that rule out me wearing coconut shells and a grass skirt?
It never rules that out.
Please.
That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. I see everybody smiling kind of funny, but that's not going to happen. That's okay. But I will admit, I did dress up as an elf one Christmas and laid on some bookshelves because I was elf on the shelf. There you go.
Great.
Thank you so much for that, Kaylin. So coming up next, we're going to get into our social topic. It's going to be a little deep dive per se, but we're going to talk about low voter turnout and how it affects us as a community. So after this next commercial break, we're going to jump right on in and go for it. See you soon.
All right.
The Community Difference would like to thank each of the following partners for their continued support. At Fireboss Realty, we believe life is about relationships, and everything else is just details. Whether you're buying or selling, Scott and Amy Johnson are here to understand your family's unique needs and deliver expert guidance on the North Texas real estate market. With a reputation for integrity and personalized service, Fireboss Realty makes your home journey stress-free and successful. Ready to make your move? Visit firebossrealty.com and let's ignite your real estate dreams.
Everyone deserves access to affordable health insurance, but with traditional insurance, costs can be high and getting coverage can be complicated. JP Direct Health is a simpler, more affordable way to get the health coverage you need. With plans for individuals, families, and small businesses, you can save money on monthly premiums without the need for physicals. At jpdirecthealth.com, we specialize in customizing coverage to fit almost every budget with affordable PPO plans and many other benefits. With over 100 5-star Google reviews, JP Direct Health is a trusted resource making health insurance affordable and accessible for everyone year-round. Affordable health insurance solutions are a proactive protection, not a reactive solution. Visit jpdirecthealth.com today and see how much you can save.
I'm always here to help. Thank you.
Total Care Emergency Room now has 9 locations in the DFW Metroplex. With no appointment needed, our incredible staff will get you checked in with no wait times. Our 5-star facility is open and fully staffed 24/7. We offer extensive treatment options for patients of all ages, providing on-site labs and imaging equipment, including CT, X-ray, and ultrasound, allowing us to provide fast, convenient care for our community. Total Care ER is your neighborhood emergency room. TotalCare.us.
Unwanted pests in your home can be stressful. From creepy crawlies to critters under the floorboards, they disrupt your peace of mind. But don't worry. All Pest Solutions is here to help. We offer a comprehensive range of safe and effective pest control solutions. We target all types of pests, big or small, including insects, rodents, and wildlife. All Pest Solutions, your local experts for a pest-free home. Breathe easy and enjoy your life again. Call today for a free quote. 972-442-1169 or email us at customerservice@allpestsolutions.com.
To belong is one of our most basic human needs. Best Buddies International is the world's largest organization dedicated to ending the social isolation of 200 million individuals who have intellectual and developmental disabilities. We focus on meaningful one-to-one friendships, integrated employment, leadership development, and inclusive living. You have the power to make an impact, create change, and champion our mission of inclusion today.
Now back to the show.
Glad to have everybody back. For our third segment, once again, we're going to talk about our social topic, which is low voter turnout, which is estimated to be somewhere between 13 to 20%. So let's start off with this. Low voter turnout can have lasting consequences for democracy, shaping governance and policy for years to come. Today, we're going to discuss the cause and effects of low voter turnout and the long-term effects on our communities. Here in Rockwall, I can tell you right now, we just had an election. There are 54,000 people within the city of Rockwall. 54,000. Approximately 7 to 8% showed up to cast their votes. So let's do the math. That's not very many people at all. So 54,000, times 7%, it worked out to be about 3,800 people. I think in some cases it was like about 4,200. This is what happens. I had a good conversation with a good friend that says, basically, when you don't show up to vote, you end up getting what you get for those people who did. So with that, yes, and panel, what do you think of some key long-term effects of that are going to be experienced from low voter turnout? You want to start us off, Kim?
Yeah, I was thinking that by low voter turnout, it on the politician response, it's a lack of representation. That means they're not really representing the entire community because they don't really feel like they have to because their feet aren't held to the fire. So it's a decreased accountability, in my opinion. So I feel like that's some of the negative fallout with people not getting in and getting out there and voting. So it's a missed opportunity, and so policy implications aren't really held to a high standard because what they promised isn't necessarily heard by the people that didn't engage and show up. So you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit until the next election.
So basically what you're saying then, when fewer people vote, well-organized either interest groups and or politicians can exercise disproportionate influence over both the election and the policies that they put in place. Is that correct?
I feel yes, exactly,
Awesome.
and very well put, Clarence. As
Cool. Well, I've lived that life for 4 years now, so it's kind of nice just being CJ again. Hey, what are your thoughts, Susanna? Can't hear you.
National politics gets all the headlines, but we ignore the city council, school board, and all of that, forgetting that these are the people who they decide how wide the sidewalks are, and also who gets to access to city contracts and where investments happen. So your voice is not only unheard; it's basically erased. It doesn't even exist.
Cool.
I love that.
So I'm gonna transition here to Kaylin, because you're definitely the youngest one in the office right here, right now. What about the impact of the younger voter? What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on it, I think that the younger voters think that they don't need to vote. They don't think that their vote counts. They don't pay attention to any of the politicians when they host some events or show up to certain places to just show up and show out. And I think that the younger group is really just like, it's okay. We'll be fine. Everybody else will vote. No, that's not how it happens. That's not how it happens. We're the new group that needs to come in and do it.
And then the thing about that is that they consistently don't show up to vote. Kind of like I said when I started off, is they end up what they end up with, but then future generations may end up or inherit like basically political apathy. Nobody cares, it doesn't matter to me. And then they'll continue to reduce their participation in the process. Yeah. You got to be in it to get it, so that's a good thing.
Agreed.
Got another question for y'all, then, following up on that. You hit on it when you first started, Kim, about unequal representation. When fewer people vote, the results may not reflect the true thoughts or feelings of the masses. But then you're left with what you get. Is there some way that we can bolster that, or is it promotion? Is it advertising?
I have several thoughts on this, because not only was I intricately, surprisingly working in a local campaign and got to see it from a different point of view, from being a voter to being in the inner network and seeing how this really works, I could see some pros and some cons. So some of the things that I thought of to increase voter turnout, communities could implement outreach programs that educate citizens about the importance of voting and how the local elections could affect their lives, and their being involved with their EDC, and whenever they're upset about how traffic and their HOAs and their communities are being built out, this is the time to get in there. And I feel like the smaller elections kind of are overseen a little bit. So maybe establishing a few things, like making it a little bit more accessible to policy places, extending voter hours, because I know that we were on crunch time trying to get all these people in, which wasn't always advantageous to somebody's work life or home life. And maybe utilizing some technology and some online registration and reminders via text and email helps streamline some of the voting process.
Great point. Great points. Susanna, do you have anything to add?
We can't hear you.
We can use our businesses as a platform, not necessarily to back any particular candidate, but to mention local election dates, post it on your window, make sure that people know that these things are coming up and how they'll impact not only the way that you do business, but the way that they're going to live their lives. We could share info on candidates, like I said, not to support any particular candidate, but to let people know what their options are and who's out there.
Basically promoting awareness campaigns. If you see it, you're going to want to engage into it, because what happens is a lot of times there's signs everywhere. But unless you do the deep dive to find out who the candidate truly is and what they stand for, not what they're saying, what they stand for and what their record is shown, that what I find has made a true difference. So coming to you, Kaylin, here's something for you. What everybody loves a holiday. What about making election day, even these local elections, a holiday, even though, as we saw this past cycle, election day turns out to be on a Saturday. What are your thoughts about that?
I mean, I think that would be a cool idea. I think that would give everybody more of an opportunity to go out and vote. I definitely think that. I think that having it as a holiday, then you really have to think about it, and because it's in your brain now. It's in there. It's like, okay, that's a holiday. Maybe I should go out. Maybe I should go and research these people and do my due diligence for that.
That's that civic mindedness approach there. You got to know before you go. And what you find recently is it's just rhetoric. People just keep talking. But when it comes down to looking at the whole picture, that can really make a big difference for everyone. So something that I've found with engaging for healthy democracy is it's our civic duty. Having worn the uniform of this country as a military serviceman, myself, many before me have died and shed blood for us to be able to be the democracy that we are. It's a right that was given to us that we need to exercise. That's the real big thing. And what about making voting like personal? What are your thoughts on that? Anyone?
I loved coming up with an idea of mobilizing, like getting a van, going by and picking up everyone and putting them up there. Just make it the voting van. I don't care who you vote for. Just get up there and go. Make it fun. Make it part of the community. Just put flags out and offer snacks and just say, we'll give you a ride in case you can't go. Make it something that you wanted to do. Everybody wants to be involved. Show up to the parade. Make a voting parade.
And like you said, you can put those snacks out there, but just as long as you don't say, hey, if you get a snack, if you vote for this person.
We know
who doesn't. In the past where it's like, oh, you know what? I'll cut you some slack on this. Go ahead and cast your vote for this person here. No, that's not cool. Not cool at all.
Clarence, can you hear me?
The big thing that was done very well in Rockwell, I got to give them credit for that, and it's done well in many other places too, is clear information on how to register, where the polling locations are, the times that they're open and available, and the utilization of voting methods. Case in point, disabled folks, handicapped folks, they didn't have to get out of their cars. They could go up to the front of the voting station. They bring out the machinery, and they can cast their votes right there from their car. So the hardest thing is getting to the car itself.
I love that.
You like that?
I love that. I also love.
Does that make things easier, Kaylin?
Yes. For me, I just didn't echo, but I personally think that I like the idea of the drive-up. It's pretty cool because a lot of people don't want to go into a restaurant, but they'll do the drive-thru.
Yeah, exactly. Pull up and get what you want right there because somebody's going to teach it to you. That's awesome. Suzanna, as we get ready to close out the topic, any final thoughts on this?
You guys all had great ideas on how to get everybody included. I just think that the biggest part is just how do we get that information out there and using our businesses and as community members, letting everybody know how important it is and how it affects our economic policies, permitting, all of the development and making sure that that is ethical development and everything else. Letting the community know how important these local elections are to them, so much more than all the headlines. And the power doesn't come from Washington, it's from the ground and goes up, not the other way around.
Empowerment of all of us begins with that one voter. If we can remind them that their voice matters, and it does, that their vote can help shape the future.
I even thought about something kind of fun, if I can pop in, CJ. Go into the school, if we train them young and teach them young, kind of like we do Lemonade Day in Rockwall. Maybe like go into the school and make a fun mock in the elementary school, a mock voter. Start teaching them that this is something that's right, and it's fun, and they have the opportunity to do this and make a difference in their life and their future. I think they're just uneducated.
Yes, I agree.
Start them from young. Great interaction, everyone. That's what it's all about. Informing the masses that their voices count, but you gotta show up to be counted. Our next segment coming up will be our guest deep dive, but we'll get a chance. Hey, Kaylin, you're on that island all by yourself. We're going to ask you questions that you won't believe. I'm not going to do that. But we can stand by for that after this next commercial break.
At the Community Difference Business Development Alliance, powered by the Difference Media LLC, our mission is to empower small business owners by transcending acceptable behaviors and outcomes into exceptional realms. We foster a culture of self-awareness, accountability, and proactive engagement, guiding individuals to recognize and overcome indifference towards transformative actions, habits, behaviors, and processes driving meaningful change. Through strategic networking, impactful content creation, and innovative top-of-mind strategies, we cultivate brand relevance and differentiation, enabling our partners and the Difference community to stand out in crowded markets. With a focus on building authentic connections, amplifying brand presence, and driving sustainable growth, we equip entrepreneurs with the tools and mindset to navigate the complexities of entrepreneurship with confidence, innovation, and resilience. Together, we aim to be the catalyst for difference makers, propelling them towards their highest potential and leaving a lasting impact on their businesses and communities. That's where our community podcasts come in. These podcasts lie directly at the intersection of innovative business development and community involvement, helping to bridge the gap between small business obscurity often seen in our communities. The community-based podcasts called the Community Difference Series are an integral part of integrating all facets of modern business development into a package of great content, positive impact branding, and top-of-mind presence, thus fulfilling the greater mission we set forth. When we set out to be difference makers, we can learn to make a difference and find the success and impact innately desired by all business owners and entrepreneurs. We are difference makers.
We're back. So, this is our guest deep dive. Normally we have two guests, but today we have one guest that matters the most, and that's you, Kaylin. The main reason for this is to get a chance to get a better understanding of your personal and professional journey, and connect it to how your professional pursuits drive you to make a difference at work and within your community. And you've already got both of those covered. So I'm going to start off by asking you, tell us about your personal and your professional life, how your work influences both the work and the business side, and your community. Tell us about you.
So about me, I grew up in Rockwall. I graduated from Rockwall, and I thought that I was going to be like every other kid. And So I thought I was going to go to school. I thought I was going to, be a doctor or something like that. And then I got out of school and I was like, I want to work. I want to work. That's what I want to do. I don't want to go to school. School's never been my best thing. So I just wanted to work. And so I started off at some little companies like Cavender's Boot Barn and Texas Roadhouse. And then finally came across Doc's Roofing. And I came across that because my best friend's dad is the owner and she works here too. So that was great. That was amazing. And I mean, ever since I've worked here, it has changed my whole life. Like, I am more proud to be who I am. I'm more knowledgeable about certain things that I had no idea about before I even started here. I have learned so many things from so many different people. I'm more dedicated to myself and making myself better. When I say that, I mean, like, I wasn't a gym person in school and I did volleyball. So, it was just, you're just standing there hitting a ball. But, I've been in the gym constantly, and I feel like it's just bringing me up and bringing my team up, and everybody loves it here, and I
You
love
have no
it.
choice about that, and I'm cutting you off on purpose because going back into a little history, and you said your friend's father. That's the notorious, the Magic Mike Rannigan,
Mike
former
Rannigan.
Navy corpsman, another brother in arms that's worn that uniform of this great country. That is the owner of your company, and if you don't have drive and desire, you're in the wrong place.
Yep.
Culture that's there builds who you are and has helped develop who you are. So the question I'm going to lead with and ask you then is it you or is it the environment that you're in, or is it a combination of both that's helping to drive you now?
I would say a combination of both. I would say definitely a lot more of the group that I'm in, because we are a family. We are a team. We don't call each other. This isn't a job. This isn't just, oh, I got to go to work. No, it's a team, and we all want to be here and we all want to work together, and they build me up every day just like I do the same for them. And I would say it's me too, a little bit, because I had to rewire my brain when I got here from being in a little job that you didn't want to go to, but I had to rewire my brain, and I did, and I was dedicated to it because I love what I do.
What do you thought about that, Kim?
Well, I thank you, Clarence, because I was going to ask her. Kaylin, what I love about you is I have watched you grow and blossom. So you're not only an ambassador with me at the chamber, I have seen you go from being this timid little girl to this little powerhouse. And I want to point out something. Not everyone is cut out for college, and you turned around and you've created this own entrepreneurial type spirit, because you've got to go out and you have to hook that job. So what I'm curious about is you're a 21-year-old woman and you are on top of those roofs. Could you tell me how you put your footprint whenever you go to close that deal? And even though Michael's not there, how do you close that deal whenever you're on that roof and you're 21 years old and you're a girl in predominantly a male industry?
Yeah, so at first it was pretty hard for me because I was brand new, didn't know half of what I was talking about. I was just spilling stuff that I knew, but then I was told, just be a person, Kaylin, just be a person to them, and don't be the salesman that walks up to their door. Hey, let me check this out for you. Here, you need a new roof. No, be a person. I mean, I got on a roof the other day and they didn't need anything done. They didn't need a single thing done. They needed some caulking here and there, but it was not anything serious. And I was just looked at him and I was like, hey, I'm just going to let you know, you don't need anything super crazy. You just maybe need some maintenance. And they really love that. They really love you just being a person to them and talking to them and having conversations with them and keeping up with them also.
Have you overcome the obstacle of age? I know with me, being a seasoned veteran, doing what I've done for over a decade, how have you overcome that with having that homeowner trust this 21-year-old who says, hey, you just need some caulk and a few shingles? Help me understand that.
So it's still a work in progress sometimes, but what I do is I contact my team. I'm like, hey, I just want y'all to know, like, I need some help with this. If you could let me know, I can let my homeowner know. And it usually goes pretty well. They don't. I've had a few people ask me about, how old are you? Do you really know what you're doing? And I'm very honest with them. Like, I may not know everything, but my team does, and my team has my back.
I love that.
So, Susanna, when you see another female like yourself, as young as she is, jumping into a profession where you're on top of a roof, are you serious? What are your thoughts?
Just in general, not even just necessarily on top of the roof, because my daughter is actually not too much older than you, Kaylin, and she's actually the GM for our resort. And so she runs things on a day-to-day basis. And not only is she a young lady, she is blessed, although she doesn't think so right now, blessed enough to look like a very young lady. Most people think she's a teenager. She gets questions like, how long have you been driving, and things like that. She's about to turn 26 years old. She's a grown woman. So it is hard for her to maneuver and to get that respect, the same respect that I walk in as an older woman can get when I'm talking to customers. There's a lot more trust there. There's a lot more. So I was just the same thing, just listening to you talk about how you've tried to build through that, and how do you push through that, and how do you mentally fight through those situations where they're treating you like a know-nothing child, girl, and how do you push through that? How do you, emotionally, if a sale didn't go through because, and you know that's the reason why, how do you recoup for that in your head mentally?
Really, I just think back to what my boss likes to tell us. Every 10 no's, there's got to be at least one yes. And if they don't want to be my client, that's totally fine with me. I'm not going to push them to be my client. But that one person that does trust me, I'm going to fix their roof. I'm going to get everything they want done, and I'm just going to make it the best I can.
And being having had work done by Doc's Roofing here at the house, you guys are awesome. I mean, it starts with that first connection, and then everybody throughout the whole business, professional, courteous, skilled. You had 40 people on top of my roof and you're done in like 6 hours. And it's like, how did you do that?
And they do, and the gutters included. They'll knock them gutters out too, and stain your fence.
If needed, but it's hard to do that on a metal fence, but that's okay. But the thing about it is what you see is you're trustworthy, you're dependable, you're honest, and people see that, and that's the kind of stuff that gets passed on. But you right there, and girl power rocks, because I've got 2 right now at the range, running the range, and I'm not there. And am I worried? Because capable women like yourself help drive the world, and my hat's off to you for what you do. It really makes a big, big difference.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Coming back to that, what would be a personal want? What would you want to do personally? You got the professional. Sounds like you got that down pat. What would you want to do personally to make a difference?
Personally, wow, there's so many. I want to make the community better. I've noticed that the community itself is very, like, the younger kids my age, they're getting a little rude and everything. And I feel like everybody needs to be nicer. I think that everybody needs to be nicer. And I would love to run something where, we just do good deeds all day long. And just, it makes you feel good. It makes the other person feel good. It's like, what is that thing?
There's something called a National Day of Service.
See, that would be a great thing. And what is it? It is where you do a good deed and you pass it on to them and you tell them.
Pay it forward.
Yes, pay it forward. That is it. That would be a great thing that I personally would love to do, because it makes me feel so good just to help somebody else out.
Cool. Kim, Susanna?
Yes, sir.
Got anything else for Kayla?
Yes, Kaylin, so you've been involved with Doc's Roofing for a long time. And can you tell me how has that shaped you with your relationship with our community? I know that everywhere I go, it's Doc's Roofing everywhere, every event, award event I go to. But how has that shaped you? Because I've seen you grow and blossom in the last year. But could you share with us about your particular career and
Yeah.
working in that industry?
Yeah. So I personally think it has made me, like you said, blossom. I was a very timid little girl just coming into an industry. I had no idea about anything. And it was scary. It was definitely scary. But going to these like community events and showing up and showing out, people learn who you are. I see people all the time when I'm out just doing random stuff in Rockwall. And they're like, hey, I know you. I saw you at the ribbon cutting, or I saw you at this. And I love that. I love being able to be noticed and recognized. And it has made me more of a outgoing person. I love who I am now. I love everything about how I can go in front of people and talk in front of a room of 50 people. And it still makes me a little nervous, but I do it because I can't get comfortable. I can't be comfortable with being comfortable. You have to be uncomfortable first.
I like it. I love those words. And the veteran community, did you notice that you have made an impact with the veteran community looking at you differently since Docs does appear to be more based on the veteran pulse points?
Right. Yeah, the veterans, there's so many different veteran communities that we are a part of, and I love being a part of all of them. They're all very sweet people. They love that we're working for Docs and that we represent like who they are and what they did for our country. I think that it's a very important thing that we are doing, and we're doing it very good.
I
A
love
lot of
that.
times we business owners get credit for the business, but it actually boils down to our people, because it's always about our people. And that same mindset is wearing that military uniform as a commander, as a warrant officer, as whoever in charge of people. You may get the credit, but it's your people that actually get the job done to make that. So my hat's off to you. Please continue to do great, great things. And as usual, we'll see you out there somewhere. All right.
Absolutely.
With that, we're going to move into our next and final segment. It's the wrap up and highlights. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll see you in a quick minute.
This summer, the Community Difference is stepping onto one of the biggest stages in sports, as we've been granted official media access to the KPMG Women's PGA Championship. This isn't just golf. This is excellence, dedication, precision, leadership. The same values that drive champions on the course are the ones that build championship communities. At the Community Difference, we're more than media. We're a movement. We don't just show up, we connect, engage, and highlight the people and places making an impact. From city halls to championship fairways, our mission stays the same. Shine the spotlight where it belongs, on the difference makers. Join us all month long in June as we celebrate the people, partners, and professionals who bring the PGA to life. Tune in June 5th and June 19th on our Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn channels, as we interview and share the untold stories of what makes the PGA a true difference maker for Frisco, Collin County, and Denton County. Because for us, it's never just about the event, it's about the impact. From championship fairways to thriving cities, the Community Difference exists to connect, elevate, and inspire. The Community Difference, where champions of sport and champions of community come together.
So that last promo that was done there is an awesome segue into what we're going to talk about now. We're going to get a chance to talk about ourselves, our businesses, but we're also going to chance, if you have one, to give a shout out to somebody that's made a difference or is continuing to make a difference or is making a difference and will continue to do so in the future as they come back. I have one, but I'm going to save it to the end. Suzanna, do you have anyone?
Do I have anyone? Well, we work with not actually a person per se, but two organizations. We help foster rescue dogs at our facility. So we work with two rescues in particular. We work with a rescue called Mike's Chance and one called Paws of Love Animal Rescue. So they are out there doing phenomenal work. And I don't know how they continue to be emotionally upright because it is heartbreaking. The good dogs that get thrown away and they end up, some of them, we actually have 9 in our facility right now that we are sort of fostering for them. And they're looking for forever homes and they're great dogs and they'd be great companions. So these people are doing phenomenal.
Where can we find more information about those dogs? Because I know that we have many, many people with these big hearts, and granted, we're one of them, except we have allergies.
Yeah.
Where can you find a listing of that or something like that to get that information out to our viewing audience?
You can look at the Canine Resorts Facebook page. We do post information on these babies that we have with us. You can also go on mostly on either the Paws of Love or Polar is the acronym POLAR Facebook page as well. And Mike's Chance also has, and they have a list and they post all the dogs that they have available. We currently have a couple babies that are not necessarily social, that are looking to be only dog homes. So if you're not a current dog owner, but you feel like you could offer a good home to a sweet baby, they're sweet to us. They just don't want to play with other dogs.
To close out, give us an overview of your business and what you do, and then we'll move on.
We offer award-winning pet care. We are a luxury resort, currently getting ready to start our camp and enrichment program this summer. So with vacation season coming, it's time to come over and book your suite for your baby.
So that's Suzanna Austin with Canine Resorts in Plano, correct?
Correct.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Moving on to Miss Kim. Miss Kim, what do you got?
Well, I've found a heart for the Poema Foundation. They have so many volunteer opportunities. You can go to Poema, you spell it Poiema Foundation. And what I love about this foundation is they help educate, prevent, and rescue victims of sex trafficking. So they are a local nonprofit. They are incredibly well organized. In addition to, they offer so many opportunities. You can just go and sit with the victims and read with them, or you can help build additional housing. There's so many ways to get involved. Sex trafficking is completely important in our community because you don't understand how prevalent it is. I think they just did a posting today where they rescued, I think over, was it 300 children yesterday. But is that correct, Clarence? Did I say that right?
Welcome to my life. Yes. And that was an awesome, awesome undertaking by all of the local police departments.
Many police departments.
Makes a difference. It makes a real difference.
So right now the Poema and Catalyst have been a little close to my heart. So I'd like to give them a shout out. Everybody, they always need some help. So figure out a way to get involved if that one touches your heart, because it's right in your neighborhood. So take a look at them. You can always come to our Business Develop Alliance as well.
Move on.
Oh, so let me tell you about the Kim Johnson Group. We have over, I have over a decade of experience offering you anywhere from luxury to first-time home buyer, farm, ranch, and land. And I'm always here to serve. And maybe it's not the time for you to make a move or to look at maybe getting your commercial business off the ground, but it might be time to just have a conversation. So give me a call. You can reach me at www.kimsellstexas.com. Or you can pick up the phone and call me, or just Google #KimSellsTexas, and I'm always here for you.
Thank you so much, Kim.
You're welcome.
Kaylin, what do you got?
I am going to shout out my boss, Michael Rannigan. He just.
Did he put you up to that?
I think he did.
No, he didn't. But he's really made a very big impact in the community, and everybody that he meets. He is just a different breed right there. Like, he will be the person to sit down and educate you about your roofing system if you really need to know about what's going on, because most people don't know. And he will sit there and educate you, and he will take you with him to the top, and he does it all with the kindness of his heart.
That's the thing about that guy. He's one big pumping heart, and he shows it in his acts, his gestures, his speeches, everybody he makes contact with. But even the most important to many people is the business world that he makes contact with. He's honest and trustworthy. And that's my man, Mike, Magic Mike, as we call him. He's also a graduate of Leadership Rockwall, which our class is the greatest class of all time. But nonetheless,
I don't know.
I hear that a lot.
Really, he's awesome. He's awesome.
I don't know. Our class coming up, we might see about that one.
That's true. We got a lot of people coming in too. To close this out, I'm Clarence Jorif. I'm the president and CEO of the Compound Nevada. We're an outdoor shooting range located in Nevada, Texas. Our website is www.tcnrange.com. You can reach us at 972-853-0602. But my shout out for this week before we leave is, you have people that come into your lives, and kind of like you, Kaylin, they grow and develop right in front of you. I want to talk about a young man. His name is Keaton Steen. Keaton just recently graduated. This is from Heath, Texas. He just recently graduated from Rockwall Heath High School. Among many other things, he was a member of the City of Rockwall Youth Advisory Council. So as an advisor for that council, I've seen this young man for 4 years. And you normally say this about women, but he blossomed and bloomed. And he's got such a bright future ahead of him. Namely, he's going to be attending Southern Methodist University. He's a member of the Hunt Leadership Scholars Program. He's going to major in economics and public policy as a pre-law scholar. Now, I'll tell you about me and lawyers, not from the bad side, but I don't trust too many of them, and there's a reason for that. Anyway, upon completion, he hopes to attend law school and work in Dallas. Let's talk about that Hunt Leadership Scholars Program. It was initiated by Nancy Ann and Ray L. Hunt. It's a scholarship program that allows students to combine learning and leadership. It enables outstanding student leaders, which he is, from all walks of life to come to SMU. Students whose leadership gifts will have a significant impact on our SMU community and eventually on the quality of our society. These are the people, once again, including yourself, Kaylin, that are making a dramatic impact on our community now, and I'll be proud to hand the torch to for y'all to continue to do so in the future. So
I love that, Clarence. Thanks for sharing that.
No worries. They're there. So what I challenge each and every one of you to do, especially my co-hosts, find that person out there that's doing that, and let's plug them. Let's give them the love, the notoriety, the good notoriety that they deserve, because they're out there, and sometimes it just takes a pat on the back, but I guarantee you, remember that name, Keaton Steen, you'll see it again. Well, we've come to our time here where it's time to say goodbye until next time. On behalf of the North Texas Community Co-op, I'm your host, Clarence Jorif. It's been a pleasure being here with each and every one of you today. We look forward to hearing from you. Hit us up, like our Facebook page, and we'll see you down the road. Y'all have a blessed day.
Thank you for watching today's show.
The North Texas Community Co-op is made possible by Clarence Jorif with the Compound Nevada, Kim Johnson with the Kim Johnson Group, Kirk Hodgson with Assured Partners, Suzanna Austin with K9 Resorts, Cindy Durant with Right at Home, in-home care and assistance, and by Meena Singh, college prep coach. The North Texas Community Co-op. Local voices, real issues, conversations that matter.